Hello everybody, my name is Panda, and welcome back to our Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin playthrough. As you can see, I have a new set of armor and weapons. Well, I guess not necessarily a new weapon based on what you're seeing here, but we do have a couple of new ones. So let's go ahead and work our way down the list and discuss why and what I'm working with. First, the Flamazon 2. The reason being is we're finding a lot of Anjanath parts out here, a lot more than Longombi. For the level 2 Longombi stuff, I need Kezu parts. I have yet to find a Kezu, so my hands are kind of tied, and why we're working with that. Plus, fire damage seems to do a lot for most of the frozen monsters, so it's really not a bad weapon to go with given the situation. We are also using the Blazing Bow, which is another Anjanath weapon, much to the means of the first issue, with just not enough parts that I can get to upgrade the higher tierity weapons. So this is what we're working with. And then the Cluster Hammer, which is actually a Narcissilla weapon, and it does a lot. 76 for the base, for crit, and we get Sleep and Sleep Seal Chaser, meaning that if we do put something to sleep with it, we could do more damage because it's asleep. So I really like that hammer. It's awesome. We're using the Anjanath armor, which is not as good as our Rathian armor, but the main reason why we're using it is because it will be better down the road. But I've been switching back and forth, so moving back over into the Rathian armor once we get the ability to upgrade the Anja armor. Once upgraded, I'd assume it's going to be a little bit better. But we also found a nesting talisman, meaning that between the two of these, as long as I'm dealing the last hit, I'm increasing that retreat rate just based on this, plus the 40 or 55% with the paintball. So it's good to have if you're really hunting for eggs. Now, the other big thing, we need to look at the field guide. The reason why is because I have found a couple of monsters that I don't know if I should have found up to this point. But we have, and I want to talk about it. First of all, the Congalala that we saw last part. If you're curious what that runs from, if you break the head with the hammer, it boosts the retreat rate. We also had the Quechawacha. If you break the head with sword and shield, it reduces or increases the retreat rate. Then you have the Zamtrios. If you break the stomach, it will increase the retreat rate. And then, of course, the Nursella. You break the needles with the fire element attack, much why I'm using the fire weapons. You boost the retreat rate. And then, of course, the Gypceros. If you attack it with a Nursella kinship skill, you'll boost the retreat rate. This is one of those harder ones that you really have to have a Nursella in the party for. Now, rarer monsters, or at least rarer to me because I haven't seen much of them, we found a red Kezu. For red Kezu, you have to break the head with the bow to boost the retreat rate, but I've only ever found the one. I don't know where they spawn naturally. It was in a rare cave, or no, forgive me, it was in an Everden. Since I went back through and I started clearing those out. Forgive me, I pressed the wrong tab. Longombi, I've seen a handful of them. If you break the stomach with a great sword, you boost the retreat rate. We found a Jade Baroth. I have found Baroth, regular Baroth, in eggs. Not a regular Baroth on the field, but we did find a Jade Baroth, which was fun to fight. If you shake the snow off of it using a Thunder Element attack, you can boost the retreat rate. Of course, Anjanath we have found. If you break the nose with a Water Element attack, you boost the retreat rate. And, as you can see it, number 55, the Zinogre, I managed to beat it. Not only did I manage to beat it, I managed to make it retreat. I have a Zinogre in the party. I am as happy as a clam. It is a great day, and that's why I'm super excited to be here and show off my Zinogre, because it's not a bad Zinogre either. But in order to get this to retreat, it's one of those really tough ones. You have to defeat it with an Ice Elemental attack while it's afflicted with Blast Blight. I don't have Blast Blight. I don't have anything that can produce Blast Blight. So really, all I've been doing is chucking a paintball at it within the last 3 turns and just praying I either get that last hit for the increased retreat rate based on my armor and necklace, or it just runs. And so far, I've managed to defeat 4 of them, and 2 of them have ran. The 5th one that I fought was just to test the waters to see if I could even beat the thing, which at the time I couldn't. Now I can, because we have Avinia in the party, and Avinia is fantastic with the Hunter Horn, dropping a bunch of buffs. So, here you see the monsters that we are working with today. Rex, I've maxed out. I got rid of that rainbow gene in the center. I've given it a lot more in terms of overall attacks. I haven't found a lot in terms of the actual Tigrex attacks. I got to go and fight Tigrexes to get the eggs, to get those Tigrex genes. Something I plan to do later, but as of right now, he's a beast, and I got rid of Nargacuga because of it. Rex is going to be our speed attacker. We keep Lizard around because Lizard can swim. I don't really use Lizard, so I haven't done much there. Same with Blue. I keep Blue around as a tech attacker because I haven't found anything better. Really haven't done much there. And then Zinogre is our other speed attacker. As you can see, we're working to level it up. I have found a few thunder-based genes to add to it, stuff that'll increase the kinship damage, so synchronization and what have you based on other eggs that I have found. So really decking this boy out, trying to get him to words, man, too many B's in too many places. Trying to get him to be big and beefy, so that we can either replace the Tigrex or have two speed attackers. But he has jump, so I don't need Velocidrome anymore. And the other thing I found out is Rex has Ivy Climb. I don't know if I unlocked it coming here and fought a Congalala or if it's always been that way. I don't think it's always been that way. I don't remember ever seeing it, otherwise I would have noticed it. But now we can climb up the Ivy, and that's why I went back and got all the different dens, the different bottle caps and stuff like that. Ratha, I haven't worked with. Really, this has just been a placeholder. I can't add anybody to a slot. I can't get rid of him, so he's just getting the EXP. And then, of course, Bob. Bob's doing pretty good. Nothing new with Bob. Nothing new that I found anyway, so I haven't maxed or increased anything. That's where we're at. I know it was a lot, and I apologize. Oh, I lied to you. There's still one more thing. We got a couple of new medals. Obviously, number 3 for clearing further in the game. The Philosopher's Tome for collecting half of all of the books of combo, so recipes. And then this one here for Genetics for Beginners, we've completed 1/3 of the Book of Genes. So, doing good so far. I don't know if we looked at the Helping Hand medal. It's 50 subquests, but we're starting to make a dent. Starting to make a dent. And then, of course, we've also been working towards the weapons. I've made everything that I can at this point. Yeah, it's been a bit of a grind. It's been a bit of a grind. Where we left off, we talked to the chief. He wants us to clear a mountain pass. I would assume this is probably where we're going to find a regular Baroth, or at least that's what I'm hoping. So we will set out in the evening and we'll get that started. Pending no golden dens, we'll go right to it and we'll just cut right through it, because at this point I can one-shot everything on the map with the exception of the Zinogre and the... what is the name of that one? It is the Gammoth? Pretty sure it's the Gammoth. Let me just confirm. Yeah, the Gammoth. So those are the only two that we can't one-shot, and I haven't tried to fight the Gammoth since, because Zinogre was ultimately my end goal here right now. So eventually I will go and I will try and fight the Gammoth. I'm pretty confident that I could beat it, but if Zinogre has 10k HP, it's gonna be a challenge, and I just am not ready to devote the time and energy to get into Gammoth right now. I don't think it's gonna be a huge beneficial member of the party. I could be very mistaken, and if I am, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know. Is Gammoth worth really picking up? Is it something that we can just get later? I am curious for sure. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I am not. We gotta flip around. But that is what you've missed. A few rare monsties that I have yet to find another version of, being the Jade Baroth and the Red Kezu, and all of the weapons that we built, but we pretty much covered all of that. So, that catches us up to speed. Now, I haven't been anywhere else on the map. I've mostly been staying here and the forest that we saw last time. And that's where I've been grinding. So if there's any new monsters in the cave, I hope so, because I need parts. If not, well, we'll figure it out. I am confident that we've gotten all the Everdens done for all the previous zones. And.
It's so cold! My whiskers are frozen stiff! How come you don't feel the chill?
I have Frostfang, so I'm all right.
I see. He keeps you warm. By the way, Frostfang is a pretty cool name.
When I met him for the second time.
What did you call him before then?
Fuzzfangs.
Say what?
He was so cute and fluffy. It was the first thing that came to my mind.
And you bonded with Frostfang, when you met again.
That's right. It was a very cold day, like today. I'm freezing. Oh no, there's a monster here. Huh? A Barioth? Why did you... Hold on. Is that you, Fuzzfangs? I'm so happy to see you again. But you're all grown up. Fuzzfangs doesn't suit you anymore. Why don't I call you Frostfang? Frostfang, would you like to come with me? That's when we bonded.
That's so touching! I almost teared up!
Frosty places always remind me of that day. Anyway, let's keep going.
Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to cut myself off because of the cutscene. But the other thing I was going to say is I was complaining the other day about not seeing any weapons in chests. And lo and behold, now that I've complained about it, I've seen quite a few. We've actually gotten a couple. We got a great sword out of one. I want to say we got a bow out of another, so not too shabby. I saved a couple of crafting materials and some zenny. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah, now I think we're caught up as far as everything is concerned in what I have done offline. But you really, in the grand scheme of things, it's a lot, but you really didn't miss much in terms of the story or anything like that. I didn't actually continue that. A lot of this was just grinding to try and catch up with everything that I wanted to do before we continued on with the story to get new monsters to spawn on the map. So that would be that. Looks like I can go around. What did I run? Oh, I see it behind me. I don't know how I could have missed that great baggie. He just kind of showed up out of nowhere, but we need to use one of these hot mists because I am freezing. I don't... Even though I've made armor that helped with the subquest that gives you the resistance to the cold, I'm still not using it because it's not as good defense-wise, so... Here we are, still using a hot patch, or hot spray, as needed. A lot of ore in this. I guess it is a mine. It makes sense. Am I gonna have to fight? Yeah. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Man, I am so sick of the baggie in the area. Great baggie and regular baggie alike. A lot of that last one was my fault, though. I can't really say otherwise. I was getting greedy for the chest. Oop, missed my turn. But it is nice to be able to have all of the transversal options here. That way I'm not just leaving stuff behind and having to try and come back for it later. I still can't fly. There's like one Everden in the beginning that you'd have to fly to get to, and there's like another chest here. I believe that requires flight, because there's no dig place, there's no ivy climb. I can't get to it, but it is clearly blocked off, so we'll figure that one out. Oh, a dead end. Huh. Oops, not what I meant to do. I meant to open up the map. Okay. I didn't realize there was a cut down there to where I could head south, so I'm just like, well, I'm lost. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you. Go ahead and do a quick heal. Wow, didn't expect to see so many paths blocked up. Where's that troublemaker monster gone? There's more debris the further we go. If we follow the trail, it should lead to the monster. Good idea. Let's give it a go. Let's indeed. Take the southmost path here. I guess this is technically the north path, all things considered, based on the map. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Potential and timely. I'll have to check out what that does. I think potential just is increase in attack based on HP. Yeah, regular Baroth. Okay. So this is the culprit behind all the broken rocks. We get it now. Buddy, you ready? I wonder how it differs from a regular, or, well, I guess not a regular Baroth, but a Jade Baroth. Baroth, I know this is not your fault, but you have to protect my home. We're not done rebuilding it. We're not about to sit by and let it trouble the merchant any longer either. So when I fought the other Baroth, it was doing speed. We will pop technical. It's going after Frostfang. There's nothing I can do about that. I have a sneaking suspicion, though, that my sword is not going to do much. So we'll pull out the hammer. Oop. The hammer is not effective. We will switch back to the sword. Have Rex do a technical attack so that we can get the double. Okay, the sword is the key. Well, it's not going to matter. It's not going to be able to get its attack off even if it were going to do one, just because of the fact that Avinia is going to do the Kinskip skill, so it won't matter, but I do want to still do damage to it overall.
Okay, Frostbang!
So it's probably going to try and Mud Mantle this next turn. Now, if it's anything like the Jade Baroth, that's going to be where I get all of the breakable parts. Baroth love rolling in the mud. Bad news, it stinks. Good news, it makes them vulnerable to water element attacks. When they're not in the mud, use fire elemental attacks. Try switching monsters to give you the upper hand. I could, I'm not gonna. However, it is gonna switch to a technical. I see no harm in pulling out Lizard, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Though I think its water-based attacks are... No, we got maximum rollout. It's... Oh, well, no, I wanted power. Never mind. I'm sorry. We'll do Aqua Shot. And we will do it for the legs. Oops. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm getting the double anyway. Yeah, we'll just keep doing the power attacks then. Not gonna matter. And then we should be able to defeat it with this right on. Thank you, you fought it with grace and determination. Now we can carry on rebuilding the village.
Working together makes you
Yeah, you know, we're happy to help, but look at that. Or look at my fur, it's covered in mud. Real shame. Real shame. Go ahead and grab all that. Good, now that we fought Barrioth, I hope they spawn. Because I could use the parts.
We did it, buddy! Now the Popo can get through the cave, and the shop can keep on running!
Thanks for your help. Getting the shop back to normal will mean a lot to the owner, and it'll bring back some hustle and bustle to our village.
Oh, you know how I like hustle and bustle.
Your village has come a long way since it was destroyed. It must have been really hard on you.
It was. Although Frostfang and I spent some time away from the village, too.
Really? Why, if you don't mind me asking?
When I came back to the village with Frostfang, after we bonded... Listen, everyone!
Avinia, move away from that monster!
We can't sustain any more damage to the village.
He won't do any harm!
How do you know it's not blighted? It's too much risk. We won't allow it.
If he's not allowed in the village, then I'm leaving too. And so I left my beloved village, so that I might stay together with Frostfang.
I can't believe they didn't trust you and your monstie.
The Black Blight didn't just destroy our village. It also destroyed people's trust in monsters.
That's terrible.
Seeing you and Ratha makes me remember how it felt to be with Frostfang back then. But no matter what happens, you must believe in your monstie.
We'll prove that Ratha has nothing to do with that spooky legend. You'll see! Okay, gang, it's back to the chief. My paws are sore from walking. Let me hop on, Fuzzfangs. Hey! No need to be so frosty with me.
All right, now we're just gonna fast travel right on back. You got more goods?
Welcome.
No, but I do need more hot mist.
Wonderful.
Hey Chief, we got your merchant sorted out. Splendid, I can't thank you enough, so on to the next task. Wait, what? There's more? I want you to gather materials from a... Yes, Toby. Oh god, I hope I can get an egg out of it. I want you to gather materials from a Toby Kadachi found in Loloska. One of these days I'll be able to say it without any issue, I promise. Loloska Rocky Canyon. Static electricity from its fur could power our windmills, if only we could catch the slippery critter. In that case, we'll track down the monster and collect its fur. Hell yeah, I'm on board. Chief Dull requests more materials to complete the windmills, the finishing touch of Khan's restoration. You head to Loloska Rocky Canyon for the materials as the thought of happy villagers seeing the spinning windmill fills your mind. Wonderful, I truly can't thank you enough, my friends. Please take this as a token of gratitude. We got a Mega Potions recipe. Heck yeah, dude. We're not going to do that this part. That will be a next part thing. But before I leave you today, I do want to show you something special. assuming you haven't seen it already. We have figured out what the expeditions are for, and I've already started putting monsties on them for the means of getting them experience without having to have them in my party so that I can steal their genes at a little bit more of a better rate here. So that's done. We included Pookie and Ronmar on it, but I have the Anjanath, I have a Yangaruga, and then a... One of these days I'm going to get the name on this thing actually down packed. The Zemtrios and the Bizarios. So, sent them out, had 100% success. They all got levels, which is great. We got really basic materials though. So we really only did a very basic go do this. So if we select the field and we go here now and we select everything, what is my percentage? 100%, so let's do it. So 20 minutes, they'll come back with more materials and more EXP. Eventually, I assume we'll get other slots. Oh, expedition tickets. I don't think they had any. I'll go check. However, there he is, the Pulse Fang Wyvern egg. As you can see, I have a bunch of eggs right now. Actually, what is that? That, I think, is the red Kezu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the red Kezu. But we have the Pulse Fang Wyvern egg. That is our Zinogre. We got it from a Zinogre den. And I'm going to show it off. I present to you Baby Zinogre. It's a little ugly, but when it gets to be its big old bad self, like, you just gotta love it. Eventually, I'll include that in expeditions, level it up so that we can get more skills off of it. That is a Nargacuga, that's a Yangaruga, that's an Anjanath, that's a Jade Baroth, that's the red Kezu. That there, a Soggy Fang Beast Egg. I'm pretty sure that's a regular Baroth, and then these are the baggy. So I will work on those on my own, not something that you need to see, but they will all probably be turned into gene donations. We'll also check the weapons and armor real quick, since we did fight a new monster Baroth and got parts for it. I'm sure there are going to be new stuff. Actually, what do you got? Oh, perfect. You got a bunch of stuff now. Paintballs being the ones that I'm probably going to grab a bunch of because I've been using.
Oh, thank you.
And making them yourself is a pain in the butt. Forge weapons, we'll start there. The Usurper, that's the Zinogre weapon, which you didn't get to see last time. This is the Baroth weapon, so we do have Baroth weapons. So we got a mace. Is that it? That looks to be it. Oh, and I guess we have a gun lance. Not a lot with the Baroth, huh? That's okay. There's the Zinogre armor when we eventually get to it. In order to get it, I need Shakalaka. So I don't have that monster yet. We have the Tigrex, but in order to make that, I need the Hermitar. For the Monoblos, I need Cephalos. For the Langombi, I can make it. I just don't want to yet. Kezu U, that's the red Kezu. And then the Baroth U, that's the Jade Baroth. And then there's the regular Baroth armor for Guard Chance and Seal Breaker versus Ice Boost and Potential. So we have a lot that we could potentially make. A lot of this armor I'm never going to use or make. The only reason why I'm making all the weapons is because we have the Tracker. So I don't even know what that's from. What do I need for that? Oh, Shiny Beetles. That one I hadn't seen yet. So anything else that I missed? No, doesn't look good. Cool. So that's where we're at armor-wise. Eventually I'll get it all upgraded, but until then, we are stuck with what we have. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. But as always, thank you for watching. Next time, we will take on the other challenge of taking on a Toby Kadashi, which I'm stoked for. Love Toby. It is one of the things I need for an upgrade. I'm pretty sure the Longombi stuff requires Toby stuff, so we will see what that looks like. But until then, you take care, you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!